Good morning, students. Today we are starting lecture series for the subject VLSI design. AKTU code of this subject is REC 702. The first lecture in this series is the brief introduction of the history of VLSI design. Okay. So, what is VLSI design and what is the history of that? Okay. So, introduction of VLSI design we will discuss in lecture number 2. So first of all, let us take a brief history of VLSI design. So in the beginning of 21st century, we find ourselves surrounded by many machines and appliances, okay, that are impossible to build without some electronic principles applied onto them, okay. So there are so many electronic devices that we use, okay. Without using those devices, our daily lives cannot be possible. Our computer, our mobile phone, okay, and the processors inside this motherboards, okay. So we are all familiar with those. So from where they came, okay. So this is linked with the history of VLSI itself, okay. So first of all, let us consider what is integrated circuit. So integrated circuit is simply described as large circuits manufactured on a very small semiconductor chip. Okay, these ICs are also called as monolithic ICs. Okay, starting from the invention of first transistor in 1947, with the independence of our country, the number of transistors in an IC has been increased to billions within a span of 40 years. Okay, so this is the slight introduction of the history. So first of all, in 1947, three scientists, Bardeen, Brittain, and Shockley, invented the first ever transistor. Okay, after 2 years, Shockley invented the first bipolar transistor, that is BJT. Okay, in year 1956, first logic gate was designed. First monolithic IC was designed in 1958 by Jack Kilby at Texas Instruments. And Jack Kilby is basically the inventor of IC technology. Okay. Now, first commercial IC was designed by Fairchild Corporation, a well-known semiconductor industry, in 1960. In 1962, TTL IC was introduced. First microprocessor 4004 was introduced by Intel in 1972. At that time, this microprocessor contained 2300 transistors, and nowadays if we consider processors such as I series processors, i7, i9, okay, so these microprocessors contains billions of transistors, okay. So this is the advancement that has been takes place in the electronic industry, okay. So this was the first transistor that was invented at Bell Laboratories. This is the first monolithic IC that was invented by Jack Kilby in Texas Instruments. Okay, this is the first Intel microprocessor 4004. This is the microprocessor i7 series processor, and it has these much 2.6 billion transistors inside it. Okay. Now this is the evolution of VLSI. So starting from the invention of first transistor in 1947, uh, few inventions took place during the years, during the decades. In 1963, CMOS was invented. In 1960, first MOSFET was invented, and one transistor DRAM cell was designed in 1968. In 1972, large scale integration was introduced, and many circuits were designed using LSI technique, LSI technology. Okay, so it's in the starting of 1978, VLSI era started, and it's continuing till now. Okay, some people also say that now the era is of ULSI, but VLSI is a general term that is used in place of ULSI. Okay, so we can say that starting from year 1978, VLSI era is still going on. Okay, so this is the slight introduction of history of VLSI. Now this is somewhat related to the levels of integration of components on a single IC. IC technology is classified into several categories. So this is the classification of IC technology. Okay. So here you can see that above the MSI, that is your small scale integration. So in case of a small scale integration, the number of transistors on a single IC is up to 20. Okay. In case of MSI, medium scale integration, that was introduced in year 1967, the number of transistors reached up to 200. In 1972, large scale integration was introduced, in which the maximum number of transistors were around 2000. And starting from year 1978, VLSI started, in which number of transistors on a single chip, single IC, were more than 2000. Okay, and nowadays the number of transistors in the range of billions. Okay, now so now here comes the Moore's law. In 1965, Gordon E. Murray, the co-founder of Intel Corporation, predicted that number of devices on a single chip will double in every 2 years. Okay? In fact, nowadays, if we elaborate this law, then number of devices on a single chip were doubling at a rate in every 18 months, not in 2 years. Okay, so experts basically agree that computer will reach the physical limits of Moore's law at the end of 2020s because the number of transistors on a single IC will be increased at a very higher rate. Okay, and that would make it impossible to create further smaller circuits. Okay, this is because cooling down the transistors take more energy than the amount of energy that already passes through the transistors. Okay, so this was Moore's law, and according to Moore's law, this is the number of transistors in particular processors year wise. Okay, now in year 2017, we can see that AMD processor has more than 20 billion transistors. Okay, now this is the more elaborate form of Moore's law. Here, all the transistors, all the microprocessors, and ICs are given as per the number of transistors. Okay? Now, as the technology is increased, the size, the feature size is also reduced. Okay. Nowadays, nanometer size is in progress. Okay. This feature size is nothing but the channel length in case of MOSFET. Okay. So this is about the introduction of VLSI. Okay. benefits of VLSI. In next lecture, we will discuss introduction of VLSI.